All right, so today you are going to get one of multiple samples of students' paragraph from Mastery Check 2.3. So these are actual paragraphs from students either in period one or in period four. And each one has a sample number. It has nothing to do with the score. It's just to organize them. So you're going to read through the paragraph. Remember, this is the one where we all wrote on the same theme. So you were to have read this theme and found evidence that really supported the concept of passive acceptance of oppressive systems, and then the idea that it would allow the dystopian control to persist and that it would or that it would damage society. So those were the pieces of evidence that we were really looking for: the passive acceptance and the dystopian control that's damaging society. So you're going to read over it one time just to get a general understanding of what they wrote and what evidence they used. Then we would like you to lightly annotate. So underline, circle, what were some things that you noticed that this person did well? All of the samples are high quality, meaning that they earned fours and fives. This is like the type of writing that we are aiming for. So as you like read over it and you're like, oh, I see that they did this really well, like underline it and write what is it that you're noticing that they did. For your reference, when you look at the assignment, you're going to see the rubric language. I only included the 5, 4, and 3. Many of us did score in this 3 range, so that's why I left it on there. But all of the papers that you're going to be looking at are levels 4 and 5. So look for that evidence of, the evidence is relevant, it's precise, it's properly quoted and blended into the sentence. Or is it relevant and properly quoted, but it might be a little mechanical, like it's just kind of plopped in there, or it's not as seamlessly blended or sophisticatedly blended into the paragraph. Does the analysis really explain how it reveals the theme? Does it seem thoughtful? Does it seem high quality elaboration? Or does it connect the evidence to the theme, but it might have a possibility of going a little bit deeper, like a little bit more explanation? Is the writing very fluid and clear with strong academic language and transitions linking the ideas together? Or is it mostly just clear with appropriate academic language and it's got basic transitions? So now I provided a lot of the transitions for you, I provided some of the lead ins, but some people modified them a little bit or added to them, which made it a little bit stronger. Okay, so you're going to use this rubric. You are going to read and annotate yours. So you should have like notes in the margin, like, oh, this is done really well, or this area could be a little explained a little bit more. Okay. You are going to read over and you're going to mark up this sample paragraph. At the bottom, I want you to put whether you think it is a 5 or a 4 and a short justification why. If it's a 4, what would they need to do to go back and earn a 5? If it's a 5, what makes it a 5? What makes this an incredibly well done paragraph? Okay, be ready again. Look at the rubric, use the language right on here, and be ready to discuss it and justify your ideas at the start of class tomorrow.